There is a lot to cope with and process right now, and that's why we're working on a series of stories this week related to mental health. Today's focus is anxiety. It affects millions of Americans, even when there isn't a global pandemic. Our Sally Hernandez talked to the founder of an online support group called Lion Rock. For a decade, it's offered virtual meetings for people struggling with drug and alcohol abuse. Sally found out they're now offering COVID-19 anxiety support groups for free.
And Peter Lowe with Lion Rock is here to explain why it is important to go ahead and have these online anxiety support meetings. Peter, tell us a little bit about why you're offering that.
People are afraid and people are isolated at home. And the combination of that isolation and that fear about what's going on has increased anxiety levels, and we're glad to be able to add these support group meetings to our normal offerings of professional substance use disorder addiction treatment.
What can you expect when you log on to that support group page when you are suffering from anxiety?
You'll click on the link. You will be added to the session. You'll see, just similar to what we're using right here, the sessions are led by professional psychologists, although it is not psychology, it is a support group. So there's education and there are coping skills, and there's an opportunity to share how you're feeling with other people in the same boat. A lot of times that fellowship, that conversation is a real comfort for people, particularly these days when people are isolated at home in order to battle the pandemic.
And you say that there is a connection, right, of somebody who is suffering from anxiety, and if they don't get the help they need, they may turn to some other things like alcohol use or drugs.
Untreated anxiety, people find a coping mechanism for dealing with their anxiety, and certainly the abuse of drugs and alcohol can be one that people use. And so this is a way to sort of reduce that anxiety level and perhaps keep people in a good place.
Lion Rock says since it launched the anxiety support group last week, dozens of people a day are joining their meetings. They limit the number of people to 50 for each meeting and have taken steps now to protect the group from Zoom bombers. There are several meeting sites throughout the week, and we mentioned here earlier that they are free of charge. We have a link with Sally's report online for you now at KXAN.com.